I'd like to thank the IEDS staff who worked very hard. I'd like to thank my mentors, Gib Mason, Dr. Aaron Rubin. I'd also like to thank my advisor, Steve McAlpin. He's been very helpful. Okay, so today I want to talk about music and the socialpreneur. But first, I want to tell you a story. About 5 years ago, me and my friends decided to start a record label, Brian and Tyler. And in Brian's house, we built a record studio with a very nice mic, very nice padded room. And one day, Tyler comes to me, sits down, he says, "Brian, I've been listening to your music, man. It really helps me get through work. It helps me get through the studio." And that moment right there was really special to me. The fact that my music could help somebody get through their day. Now, this moment right here is what sparked my ambitions and my intentions to be a socially aware musician. Now, this is an EDM concert, Bass Nectar, who I will talk about later. A lot of people know EDM as electronic dance music. They've heard headlines and stories of people overdosing in festivals and may know it as rowdy teenagers disrespecting the place. But by the end of this presentation, you'll understand it as something much more different. And I just want everyone to look at the sea of people and the multitude of how many people are actually there supporting this artist. Okay, social entrepreneurship is very important to define because there's many definitions. Behind me are 3 definitions pulled from Fahn's theory and empirical research on social entrepreneurship. To me, social entrepreneurship is when you use entrepreneurial methods like pivoting, innovation, and marketing techniques, and you combine that with trying to make a positive impact either through the community or through the world. Now, we all may know what this looks like as nonprofits. This is Tom's, right? You buy a shoe and they donate a shoe to developing countries. We also have Pencils of Promise, which originally delivered school materials to developing countries, but now builds schools. I'll talk about them later as well. In McAlpin's 430 class, we have people come in talk about bottle bricks. Now what that is, you take plastic bottles and you put trash and garbage in them and it becomes hard. And after that, you build these benches, which is very environmentally friendly, very helpful that way. Now, my project was to take 3 case studies, 3 American DJs, Steve Aoki, Bass Nectar, and Blau, and learn what I could to apply them to a real world situation that I'll talk about in a second. But all of these have either used entrepreneurial methods to achieve some type of monetary status or tried grassroots approach to making a social difference. Now, the most important part, one of the most important parts, is the intentions of the artist, either through the process or in the beginning. Now, Steve Aoki, among performing many benefit concerts, he also has his main thing, which is the charitable fund. This is a charity fund that fans can donate to, and he donates a significant amount of money to, but it works with brain research and finding cures for brain disease and things along that matter. On top of that, he performed a free concert in LA, shutting down a few blocks actually, in collaboration with Mayor Garcetti to boost the Mayor Corps. And what that was is you signed up and basically you were agreeing that you support social change in LA, newsletters, emails of that sort. So basically all of his fans are now invested in this social change throughout the city. Sorry, let me go back. What's important about Steve Aoki is he actually uses entrepreneurial methods to get to a monetary level before he then focuses on the social. So he reached a certain type of success and then turned to society to fix that. Bass Nectar took a very different approach, and right from the beginning, he wanted to make a social difference. He was very influenced by Burning Man, a nonprofit organization, but also a very notable festival. And Bass Nectar, his main thing is called $1 per bass head. So $1 out of every fan's ticket sales goes towards charities. Now, how this works is Bass Nectar usually picks 4 to 5 charities, and at the end, the fans vote on where they want their money to go to. So now he's making that connection between the fans and the charities and really getting them involved. And so first place, we get 50,000, second place, 25, and then the rest we get 15. And so now the fans are really involved in this whole operation. Now Blau, he is the youngest, 26, but don't be confused because He has already donated over 200,000 to Pencils of Promise, and he continues to work in charities. B Plus Cancer Foundation, he did a free show for them. He also has Justin Bieber, ambassador of Pencils of Promise, to help his cause. And what's unique about Blau is he started a nonprofit record label, where in the music industry, it's a little uncommon or a little rare. Now, my project was to take what I learned from these three artists and apply it to a real situation. So I partnered up with Skate Parks of Baltimore, and what Skate Parks of Baltimore is a nonprofit that helps kids stay off the streets in Baltimore because they're building skate parks. And it was a great experience. I have a little recap right here. Is there sound? No sound?
I don't know if there's sound. Yes, there's sound.
Okay. So I just want to go the slides real quick, some more pictures of the show before I dive into the takeaways. Okay, now some of the takeaways. One very important thing, I allowed myself a lot of time to set this up. I was constantly playing phone tag with the CEO of Skate Parks of Baltimore, and since I gave myself more than a few months, I was able to contact her and work out all the details beforehand. Now, something I could have done more is marketing. If you could see that there was fences up, this was the first half of the skate park, and the second half was being built. And I don't know if you saw, there was a donation bucket as well, and the money was going towards the second half of the building. Now, the energy of the skate park needed to be up, so the music selection needed to be going throughout. I'm a sucker for melodies and slow songs, and that did slip in, which does drop the energy down a little bit. Now, another thing which is very important, and as you can see, there was a wide variety of age groups there. So to keep that in mind, I should have played some more songs to pertain to the older generation as well as the younger, but I kind of stuck with my age group as well. Created a little bit of tension, but overall it wasn't bad. Yeah, and so now I want to talk about the interdisciplinarity. So advancing through checks and balances, this is creating common ground. And so you have these three aspects: music, social entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship. And if it's too entrepreneurship heavy, it becomes more about the profit. If it becomes too social entrepreneurship heavy, it becomes more about the cause, and you lose some of the entrepreneurial aspects, as I did with some of the marketing. Now, you have music. If it becomes too music oriented, you miss out on both entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship. I use redefinition as my bridging strategy. Now, I'm redefining the purpose of a concert. Many people think of a concert as to generate profit, but in fact, as you saw at Bass Nectar show, it can be used for something way more focused and way more beneficial. I'm also redefining what EDM looks like. A lot of people have heard of drug overdoses at festivals, and now EDM festivals can be turned to look at much more effective uses like socially benefits. And so I hope to stare out into a crowd of 200,000+, all willingly able fans ready to make a social difference. And to me, that would be the ultimate goal of this capstone, this degree here, and that's what I want to do as I continue further. Thank you.